Yeah.
Alright guys, welcome back. Today, customer drove in 2001 Ford Explorer Sport Track. It's the 4.0 V6 automatic, four-wheel drive. Now, today's video is, by the title of this video, you already tell what's going on. We are replacing the headlight assemblies on this particular vehicle. Customer complaint was I couldn't see too good at night. Could take these and buff them out and scratch that with my nail. You can kind of see the stuff come off, but the customer went ahead and just bought new assemblies, so we're just going to go ahead and take these out and install new ones, and should take about 25 minutes at the most, if that, to swap these out and put the new ones in and then adjust them. One thing I want to note is when you put these in, the new ones, you may have to adjust them high and low and left and right in order for it to aim right on the road. So you may have to wait till dark in order to make sure that you've got them aiming just right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it and get the tools out and start taking this apart. Alright, so tools you'll need to do this, very simple, very easy. 5/16 or a roughly 8mm, same thing. A can of WD-40 or some penetrating oil, whatever you can get, and a ratchet and a extension. There is 6mm bolts, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 right there. And this whole dummy tray that covers up the radiator and everything will come off, so we can access the clips that hold the headlight assemblies on both sides. Now these do, however, you pop this tab, they do fold up and you can actually get to them, but it gets in the way, it's a mess, and it's really simple to put, just to take the whole tray off. So that's what we're going to do. But we're going to throw that ratchet away because that's not what I'm doing. I'm actually going to use my impact. It's a lot faster. And in just a minute you'll see what I need the WD-40 for. And we'll go ahead and zip these bad boys off and go from there. Alright, now you get the bolts out, everything's out of the way. Just go ahead and pick up the whole cover and just throw that sucker out of the way right now. You don't need that. Now, what you're going to do is, in order to get these headlight assemblies out, very easy. All the Fords are like this. These clips right here on the back, it's very hard to see, but they go all the way down to the very bottom, which is this right here. This clip, on both sides, you have two on each side of the headlight assemblies that hold this whole thing in. It's the only thing it holds in. What you're going to do is take some WD-40 and spray it down in here to this area, all the way down, just like so. Spray that side, spray this side. A lot of corrosion, rust builds up, and they kind of bind up. You can get them out with a flathead screwdriver, or something you can wedge underneath this right here and then pull it straight up. So what it is this whole clip slides over this little ridge right here and holds it into the vehicle itself on both sides, and that plate goes all the way down to here and here and here. Now this side doesn't have one. Same way with this side. This side has two, one up here and one down at the bottom. This one has one up here and nothing at the bottom. So plainly what you're going to do is pull this clip just like that, pull this one up just like that, move it around very carefully. There we go. Alright, now just unplug the headlight. You're not going to use the bulb that's in here if you got the whole assembly. like this customer did. Whole thing just unplugs, take that assembly, move it out of the way. Get your new assembly, put it in this place, put it back in. Now, one thing you want to look at to get them kind of set right, so you kind of know where you're at in the ballpark of lining the headlights before you put them back in, is looking on here and how far this is out, and how far this is out, and then the very bottom one, same way down there. You look at the old assembly that was in there on both sides, and if it's too far out than the other one, then you measure it. Just kind of get you in the ballpark of where it should be. So you go ahead and take the headlight, slide that bad boy right back in its place, very carefully. Whole bumper guard in the way. Alright, so after a little cussing and swearing, we got that back in there. Once you get it in there, this whole grill right here was kind of in the way. It's too much to take it all off because it's all one piece, part of the bumper, so I'm not going to do that. I just had to push it in just a little bit and get it out of the way in order to slide this headlight assembly in. Seems to be because it's aftermarket junk offline, which I'm not a fan of. Part number is right there, FR302/B001R, and as you can tell, it goes from 2001 to 2003 Ford Explorer Sport and Sport Track from 2001 to 05. Made in Taiwan. So anyways, go to the other side, do the same thing. Pull this bad boy up like that. Like that. Do some working around. This side's got a little bit of rust on it. Yeah, see, it's got the same thing. Kind of just move the bumper, push it in a little bit. You need both hands to really do this. It's kind of hard doing it with one hand. Alright, plug it. Take that bad boy out of the way. Take your new one. Now it does come with plastic protecting. You want to make sure you keep that on there until you're done, so you don't scratch or mess up the customer's headlight. Plug that back in. First, before you put it back in, make sure that it actually works. So go to the driver, put the door, turn the bad boy on. And we have both working headlights, and apparently it has fog lights as well. High beams, and we have high beams, and we have low beams. So everything's working good. We'll go ahead and put this headlight and stuff back together. Alright, so now it's slid back in there. Like I said, it's really easy, guys. You just push the headlight in, line it up with the pins. If my camera would focus. Come on. Anyhow, there's a ridge like I showed you. Slide it, push it back in there, slide it in there. Now you may have to take, I had a little trouble with this one, take a flathead screwdriver and push this little tang that's in here back. You'll see it. Push it back, take your other hand, push this down. And it should go back in there. Like I said, you want to wait till it's dark and basically take the vehicle and drive it and see where the headlights are at. And you want to do it at least 10 feet away if you're going to adjust them. They may be already factory adjusted. I'm not sure until it gets dark, but that's pretty much it. They're back in there, so let's go ahead and put everything back together. Alright, so the two little ones, the smallest ones out of the bunch, go up here on the radiator support, here and here, and the big fat ones with washers go in these spots right like this. Now you want to go back on there with a ratchet just to kind of make sure that you didn't over tighten it. You don't want to break or bend this plastic. If you do want to adjust them, like I said, these covers on both ends come up and you can adjust them this way. And you don't really necessarily have to take the whole plastic piece, but I prefer to because it's in my way. It's the less thing I have to deal with about getting these headlights out. Alright, so that's pretty much it. That's how you replace your headlight assemblies on your 2001 to 2005 Ford Explorer Sport Track 4-wheel drive. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try my best to get to them. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you hadn't already, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Have a great day or night. Stay tuned for more. Thanks.